Inside Abraham's tent, Hagar quietly moves, a shadow in the tense atmosphere. Her eyes remain downcast, avoiding the heavy, unspoken conflict between Sarah and Abraham. The air is thick with anticipation, each movement measured and silent. Hagar attempts to fade into the background, unnoticed amidst the brewing storm. The weight of unspoken words hangs heavy within the confines of the tent. In the dim tent, lamplight dances on the canvas walls, mirroring the turmoil on Sarah's face as she sits on a low stool. Her despair deepens as she looks at Abraham, his expression a mirror of her own sorrow. "Abraham, how much longer must we endure this?" Sarah asks, her voice heavy with grief and fading hope. She continues, "My womb remains barren, and our dreams of a child fade with each passing day." Sunlight floods Abraham's tent, casting a warm glow on Sarah as she speaks, her face etched with determination. Hagar stands silently by, her dark eyes reflecting a mixture of anxiety and resignation. The air is heavy with unspoken words, thick with the weight of Sarah's proposition. Sarah gestures emphatically, her voice resonating with conviction. "Abraham, according to the customs of our time, you should have a child with Hagar." Hagar remains still, her silence a stark contrast to Sarah's forceful words, her fate hanging in the balance. Inside Abraham's tent, shadows flicker wildly across the canvas, cast by a solitary lamp. The dim light reveals Abraham standing rigidly, his gaze averted, a storm brewing within. His averted eyes hint at an inner turmoil, a struggle with faith and destiny. Hagar's face is etched with a complex blend of duty and quiet resignation. The weight of unspoken words hangs heavy in the air, thick with anticipation. The flickering lamp casts long shadows, amplifying the tension in the confined space. Inside Abraham's tent, the weight of unspoken resentments hangs heavy, a palpable tension suffocating the air. Hagar's pregnancy is a stark, unavoidable truth, a visible symbol of shifting dynamics. Sarah observes Hagar, her initial indifference now twisting into thinly veiled resentment. The air crackles with unspoken words, each glance a spark in the tinderbox of their strained relationships. Resentment festers, poisoning the once familiar sanctuary of Abraham's tent. A silent battle unfolds, fought with glances and unspoken grievances, threatening to shatter their fragile peace. In Abraham's camp, servants whisper, their words painting Hagar as an outsider. A palpable tension hangs in the air, fueled by Sarah's growing bitterness. Hagar overhears the hushed gossip, each word a stinging reminder of her changing status. A wave of isolation washes over Hagar, the camp now a place of whispers and shadows. The shifting dynamics within the camp isolate Hagar, making her an outcast. Inside Abraham's tent, candlelight flickers, casting dancing shadows that heighten the tension between Sarah and Hagar. Sarah stands tall, a figure hardened by years, her gaze piercing into the fearful eyes of young Hagar. Sarah unleashes a torrent of cruel words, her voice a venomous hiss that fills the tent with unspoken resentment. Hagar shrinks, her shoulders hunched, as if trying to disappear from Sarah's wrath, a picture of suppressed emotion. Tears well in Hagar's eyes, but she remains silent, her body trembling with fear, seeking futile comfort. The air crackles with tension, the silence amplifying the emotional storm raging between Sarah and Hagar. Hagar, pregnant and distraught, escapes into the harsh desert, her silhouette stark against the endless sand. Clutching a worn bag, her face reflects worry and desperation as she leaves Abraham's camp behind. The sun beats down on her as she trudges onward, the weight of her burden heavy on her weary shoulders. Each step deeper into the desolate landscape marks her increasing isolation and uncertain future. Under a merciless sun, Hagar trudges through the desolate desert, her steps heavy with exhaustion. The barren landscape stretches endlessly, mirroring the emptiness of her parched throat. Each grain of sand glitters mockingly, reflecting the sun's relentless glare. Her weary eyes scan the horizon, searching for any sign of respite in the unforgiving expanse. Under a meager shelter, Hagar trembles, the desert cold seeping into her bones. Tears streak her dust-covered face. She clutches her pregnant belly, a silent plea against the vast, indifferent expanse of the starlit desert. Each tear traces a path in the dust, a testament to her despair and isolation. The endless desert stretches around her, a cold, silent witness to her desperate plight. Beneath the merciless desert sun, Hagar stumbles, each step a monumental effort against the encroaching weakness. Her vision blurs, the relentless heat and gnawing hunger driving her to the edge of collapse. With a final, desperate gasp, she falls, the harsh, unforgiving sand offering no solace. Hope flickers as she spots a spring of water, a mirage of salvation in the desolate expanse. Utterly defeated, she succumbs to the desert's embrace, her strength failing as she lies prostrate near the life-giving water. Hagar sits by the spring, her form a study in dejection, shoulders slumped under the weight of despair. The sunlight reflects off the water, mocking her sorrow with its cold indifference. She feels utterly abandoned, a castaway in a world that has forgotten her. A tear escapes, tracing a lonely path down her cheek, a testament to her silent suffering. The spring whispers secrets, unseen and unheard, as Hagar weeps in solitude. Sunlight bathes the spring in a divine glow. The angel of the Lord materializes, a vision of celestial power. Hagar's eyes widen, filled with terror and awe. Her breath hitches, a gasp lost in the sacred moment. The spring reflects the light and the divine presence. Under the harsh desert sun, the angel of the Lord appears before Hagar, radiant and serene. A cool aura emanates from the angel, a stark contrast to the arid landscape. The angel's voice echoes with divine authority. Hagar, servant of Sarai, where have you come from? The angel continues. And where are you going? At the desert spring, Hagar's face is a mixture of surprise and profound relief as she looks up at the angel. The harsh desert wind whips around her, tugging at her worn clothes. She gathers herself, drawing strength from an unseen source. The spring water reflects the sky, a promise of life in a barren land. Hagar's eyes reflect a newfound hope, a quiet determination etched upon her face. Sunlight filters through the canopy, spotlighting a solitary spring where Hagar kneels, exhausted and forlorn. A figure of light materializes before her, an ethereal presence commanding attention. The angel's voice echoes with divine authority. Return to your mistress, and submit yourself under her hand. I will multiply your descendants exceedingly, the angel proclaims, so that they shall not be numbered for multitude. He shall be a wild man, the angel warns. His hand shall be against every man. Sunlight filters through the canopy, casting a gentle glow upon the tranquil spring. Beside the water, the angel stands, her face a serene mask of resolve. Her eyes reflect the sunlight, holding a depth of untold stories. She speaks, her voice soft but firm. I will name my son Ishmael, because the Lord has heard my affliction, she declares, a profound peace settling over her. Beneath the relentless desert sun, Hagar kneels, her figure a silhouette of despair against the shimmering horizon. Tears carve paths through the dust on her face, each drop a testament to her profound isolation. Yet, in her eyes, a flicker of newfound understanding ignites, a spark in the desolate landscape. A profound sense of being seen washes over her, a realization breaking through the despair. Even in her deepest despair, Hagar understands she is not forgotten, her spirit touched by grace. Hagar, alone at the spring, finds solace in the quiet whisper of water. A sense of profound peace settles over her, a silent communion with the divine. In a hushed tone, she speaks a name, a realization taking form on her lips. Elroy, "The God who sees me," Hagar whispers, the revelation echoing in the stillness. At the spring, Hagar's face shines with newfound hope, her eyes reflecting the promise of a fresh start under the open sky. Gathering her meager belongings, each item is handled with care. She prepares to return to Abraham's camp, a journey back into the unknown. Determination burns in her eyes as she faces forward, ready to confront her destiny. Under the scorching desert sun, Hagar walks, her figure a silhouette against the endless sand. Each step is firm, echoing her resolve in the desolate expanse. The horizon shimmers, but her gaze remains fixed, unwavering. The wind whispers secrets, yet her purpose drowns out the desert's mournful song. Determination hardens her features, a stark contrast to the soft, shifting dunes. She is a force against the barren landscape, her journey far from over. Against the stark, dusty landscape, Hagar approaches Abraham's camp, a silhouette of quiet strength and resilience. Her unexpected return hangs in the air, a silent question mark etched on the faces of Sarah and Abraham. The air crackles with unspoken words, a palpable tension weaving through the camp. A shift occurs. A newfound dignity radiates from Hagar, altering the dynamics of the scene. Her eyes now hold a depth that commands respect, challenging previous assumptions. The landscape watches, holding its breath as the weight of their shared history settles over them. Flickering lamplight casts dancing shadows across the canvas walls of Abraham's tent, illuminating the tense anticipation. Hagar strains, her face a mask of pain and fierce determination, every muscle taut with effort. A piercing cry shatters the silence as a newborn enters the world, a beacon of life in the dimly lit tent. Exhausted but triumphant, Hagar cradles the infant Ishmael, her eyes reflecting a complex mix of emotions. The air is thick with the raw scent of sweat and primal anticipation, a palpable sense of new beginnings. Hagar's gaze softens as she looks at Ishmael, a fragile hope blooming amidst uncertainty. Sunlight streams into the tent, highlighting dust motes in the air. Hagar kneels beside Ishmael's bed, her face etched with concern. She gently brushes hair from Ishmael's brow, a silent vigil. Unspoken tension fills the small tent, heavy and palpable. Hagar glances nervously at the entrance, shielding Ishmael. She protects him from the conflicts brewing just outside. Years later, laughter rings through Abraham's camp as young Ishmael sprints through the open space, kicking up dust in his wake. His youthful energy fills the air as he darts between tents, a picture of unbridled joy and freedom. From the entrance of their tent, Hagar watches her son with a gaze of pure love and overflowing pride. A tender smile graces her lips as she observes Ishmael, her heart swelling with affection for the boy. The gentle breeze whispers through the camp, rustling the fabric of the tents in a peaceful symphony of life. Beneath the harsh desert sky, Sarah struggles through labor, her face a mask of pain and determination. Around the camp, a whirlwind of nervous activity as the tribe awaits the arrival of a new life. A piercing cry shatters the morning stillness. Isaac is born. Joy and relief flood the camp, yet shadows of unease linger amidst the celebration. The birth shifts the balance of power, igniting silent conflicts and casting long shadows over the inheritance. Sunlight streams into the tent, highlighting Sarah's unyielding resolve as she confronts Abraham. Abraham's face is etched with conflict, his eyes darting between Sarah and the dusty ground. The air crackles with the weight of unspoken words, a storm brewing in the confines of the tent. Sarah's voice cuts through the silence, demanding, "Cast out Hagar and Ishmael." Her decree hangs heavy, a stark declaration of intent that reshapes their shared destiny. In the dimly lit tent, Abraham sits, worry lines etched deep into his face, shadows dancing around him. The flickering lamplight emphasizes his distress, painting a portrait of inner turmoil. Abraham is deeply distressed by Sarah's demand, the narrator intones, amplifying the tension. But God tells him to listen to his wife, a divine directive cutting through his despair. Under the harsh desert sun, Abraham prepares Hagar and Ishmael for their exile, his movements heavy with grief. He places meager bread and water into their travel bags, a stark provision against the vast wilderness ahead. Abraham's face is etched with sorrow, a silent testament to the heartbreaking decision he is forced to make. Hagar's eyes reflect a mix of fear and stoic resolve as she accepts her fate. He watches them depart, their figures shrinking against the horizon, a father's lament echoing in the desolate air. Under the relentless desert sun, Hagar and Ishmael trudge onward, their figures small against the vast, unforgiving landscape. Supplies dwindle, mirroring their fading hope, as each grain of sand mocks their desperation. Ishmael's steps falter, his youthful energy sapped by the gnawing thirst that tightens its grip. Hagar's eyes reflect a storm of fear and determination, a mother's resolve battling the desert's cruel indifference. In the vast desert, Hagar tenderly settles Ishmael beneath a sparse shrub, his small form a stark contrast to the endless sand. Her face, a canvas of anguish, reflects a mother's unbearable choice in the face of desolation. Unable to bear witness to his suffering, she turns, her shoulders trembling with suppressed sobs. With heavy steps, Hagar walks away, her figure receding into the desolate horizon, a silhouette of despair against the scorching sky. Under the desert sun, a lone boy's cry pierces the silence, a desperate plea echoing across the barren expanse. Heat shimmers off the dunes, blurring the horizon as the sound fades into the vast emptiness. Suddenly, a radiant figure pierces the sky, an angel of the Lord descending towards the parched earth. Wings of light catch the sun, casting fleeting shadows on the sand as the angel approaches. A divine voice cuts through the oppressive heat, resonating with power and promise. The angel of the Lord calls out to Hagar, the name echoing like a beacon in the desolate land. Under the desert's harsh glare, endless sand dunes ripple into the horizon. Hagar kneels, her body racked with sobs, her face buried in her trembling hands. A radiant light pierces the oppressive heat, revealing an angel before her. The angel's gentle presence calms the storm within Hagar's heart. "What troubles you, Hagar? Do not be afraid," the angel says, a beacon of hope in the desolate expanse. Under the relentless desert sun, Hagar shields her eyes, her face a canvas of exhaustion and despair. The endless expanse of sand stretches before her, mirroring the desolation in her heart. A divine voice whispers through the heat haze, "Lift the boy up and take him by the hand, for God will make him into a great nation," the voice promises, hope flickering in the barren landscape. Beneath the relentless desert sun, an endless sea of sand stretches to the horizon, shimmering with heat. God opens Hagar's eyes, and a vision takes shape. A well of water, its surface reflecting the unforgiving sky. A wave of relief washes over her, banishing the despair as she spots water. Hagar rushes toward the shimmering promise, her steps quickening with each stride. With trembling hands, she fills the water skin, the precious liquid gurgling. She kneels, cradling the boy's head, offering him life-giving water with tender care. Under the relentless desert sun, endless dunes ripple like frozen waves, an unforgiving yet majestic landscape. Ishmael, a boy becoming a man, navigates this sea of sand, his life a dance with the elements. Skilled with the bow, he hunts, his movements as fluid and silent as the shifting sands. Against the fiery horizon, Ishmael's silhouette embodies the stark beauty and solitude of the desert. Under the relentless parent sun, Ishmael stands as a beacon of endurance, his silhouette stark against the arid landscape. Hagar's maternal heart fuels her quest, her eyes scanning the horizon for a future for her son. A distant mirage shimmers, hinting at the long journey ahead in the relentless desert. Hagar's determination hardens her features as she envisions Ishmael's life interwoven with his heritage. She seeks a woman from Egypt, her homeland, to share Ishmael's destiny, a connection to roots in a barren world. The endless sands stretch before her, a testament to her unwavering resolve to secure Ishmael's legacy. Under the relentless sun, the Paran Desert stretches endlessly, a landscape of survival and harsh beauty. Ishmael, now a strong, weathered leader, stands tall amidst his people, a beacon of resilience. His simple clothing speaks to a life shaped by the desert, each thread a testament to endurance. Wisdom and hardship are etched into his face, a map of survival etched by time and the elements. Ishmael's resolute gaze reflects the unwavering spirit of his people, a promise of strength in desolation. Under the relentless sun, the barren desert stretches endlessly, its sands shimmering with heat and mystery. Hagar watches Ishmael, no longer a boy. His face now bears the marks of the harsh desert life. Ishmael guides his people, his quiet strength resonating across the barren landscape. A subtle smile touches Hagar's lips. A memory of El Roy, the god who saw her despair, surfaces. The desert wind whispers through the dunes, carrying echoes of survival and resilience. Hagar's weathered face softens with pride, witnessing Ishmael's leadership in the desolate expanse. Under the relentless sun of the Paran Desert, Hagar kneels, her weathered face a testament to enduring hardship. Her eyes, reflecting unwavering faith, scan the horizon, hinting at the vastness of both the desert and her journey. A faint smile graces her lips as she remembers her transformation from mistreated servant to mother of a great nation. The wind whispers through the sands, carrying tales of trials overcome and promises kept, a testament to God's faithfulness. Sunlight streams through the tent, illuminating dust motes and the quiet strength of young Hagar. With determined movements, Hagar grinds grain, her actions precise and efficient. The heavy stone moves rhythmically, a testament to her unwavering resilience. Pausing, she wipes sweat from her brow, her gaze drawn to the endless landscape beyond. The vast emptiness mirrors the silent strength within her, a promise etched on her face. Hagar stands as a beacon of quiet determination against the backdrop of the desert. Under a vast, star-strewn sky, endless dunes roll, the cool desert air whispering through the sand. Hagar stumbles, exhaustion etched on her face, a tiny figure swallowed by the immense desert. Clutching an empty waterskin, her clothes torn and dusty, she presses on. Tears trace paths through the grime on her cheeks. Her cracked lips whisper prayers into the silent night. Sunlight shimmers on the spring's surface, its tranquil waters reflecting a divine light. A flashback begins, transporting us to a pivotal, transformative encounter. The air crackles with anticipation, a palpable sense of destiny about to unfold. Divine recognition dawns, reshaping fates in this sacred, sun-kissed place. A moment of profound change hangs suspended, the power of God's touch imminent. Under the Paran Desert's scorching sky, Hagar raises her face, a silent prayer forming on her lips. The sun beats down, relentless, on the endless expanse of sand, mirroring Hagar's solitary devotion. She whispers to El Roy, the god who saw her voice, a fragile thread in the vast wilderness. A prayer of thanks escapes her lips, gratitude for a destiny reshaped by divine intervention. The sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows across the Paran Desert, a sea of sand stretching endlessly. Golden light paints the dunes, highlighting the stark beauty and desolation of the landscape. The vast expanse symbolizes God's boundless promise, echoing through the desolate silence. Whispers of wind carry the enduring legacy of Hagar and Ishmael, etched into the ancient sands. A lone eagle circles overhead, a silent sentinel watching over the timeless desert, a testament to resilience. Inside Abraham's tent, Hagar grinds grain, her weary arms a testament to endless labor under the desert sun. She fetches water, the weight of the jugs mirroring the burden in her heart, each step a silent plea. Hagar tends to the livestock, her sorrowful gaze reflecting a life lived in the shadows of Abraham's favor. The repetitive motion of her chores underscores her unspoken suffering, a life measured in toil and solitude. Each sunrise brings another day of hard work, her existence a stark contrast to Abraham's revered status. In the vast tent, Hagar's quiet resilience shines amidst the harsh realities of her life. Under the relentless desert sun, Hagar begins her arduous journey, her silhouette a testament to her unwavering spirit. Days bleed into nights as Hagar navigates the endless dunes, her eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of salvation. Heat shimmers off the sand as Hagar stumbles, her resolve tested by thirst and exhaustion. Yet she presses on. Mirages taunt Hagar's weary mind, but the memory of her purpose fuels her steps through the desolate landscape. Against the backdrop of a fiery sunset, Hagar's figure embodies resilience, her spirit unyielding in the face of despair. Hagar's journey etches a path of courage across the desert, a story of survival written in every grain of sand. Under the relentless sun, Ishmael, a boy, learns the ancient ways of tracking, his small hands guided by weathered elders. Teenage Ishmael masters the harsh desert, his eyes reflecting the endless horizon and his heart hardening with resolve. As a young man, Ishmael's leadership blossoms, his silhouette a beacon of strength against the fiery sunset. His face, etched by the desert's trials, shows the wisdom gained through hardship, a leader forged in fire. Ishmael stands tall, a protector of his people, his gaze unwavering as he faces the shifting sands of fate. Under the relentless sun, the Paran Desert stretches into infinity, its sands shimmering with heat. Hagar appears amidst the desolation, her weathered face etched with a surprising serenity. The desert wind whispers tales of resilience, mirroring the strength in Hagar's gaze. Even when she felt invisible, she was always seen by God, echoes through the vast landscape. Her story is a testament to his unwavering love and faithfulness, a beacon of hope in the barren expanse. Against the endless Paran Desert, Hagar stands, a solitary figure silhouetted against the fiery dusk. The setting sun casts long, dramatic shadows, painting the sand in vibrant hues of orange and deep purple. She embodies unwavering hope, her gaze fixed on the horizon. Hagar stands tall, a testament to enduring strength in the face of desolation. The vastness of the desert mirrors the depth of her resilience. She is destined to be remembered, the woman who met El Roy, the God who sees,